Okay, I know I'm late. I'm sorry I'm supposed to do this episode Monday, but I had a busy week last week. Um, please don't blame my mind. Don't blame my heart, blame my mind. But after watching old clips of Kenya and how she did, um, dang, what's her name? I can't think of her name right now. But seeing how Kenya did, Kim Fields, it did kind of change my mindset a little bit, but at the same time, I also still feel like if y'all was gonna get rid of Kenya, then you should have got rid of Brick 82. Cause my thing about it, I understand she been in the blogs and the posts I'm about um I really didn't have a gun on me and this and that and da da da, but considering that you was threatening to pew pew, Um, I still feel like if Kenya should have got fired, then she should have got fired too. Cause even after watching last week episode, I'm getting to a point where I'm like, Bravo, y'all need to get rid of her. Cause I can tell y'all from right now, Brittany Edie, however you say her name, she finna be a problem. Cause even from this last episode, she was going around talking about how she could lose her license and this and that. And that other lady on the store, I think her name was Ashley or something. I'm behind. I posted this episode Monday, so I may get some of the name mixed up. Once again, blame my mind and not my heart. But but she was talking about how she could have lost her license and stuff like that. And then I want to say it was asking her why she would lose her license because she was like she does something. I think she used to do finances or something. So she used to have a license, and then she basically was asking the same question we had. Cause when she said she could lose her license, I was like, how? Cause I'm like, remember the issue with Phaedra, and Phaedra still got her license to be a lawyer. So I was like, yeah, you can't lose your license, but a lot of times you had to did something to lose it. So I kind of had that same question. So that's one thing I respect about Ashley for keeping it real and calling her out, because I had that same question in my mind too. Like, how can you lose your license? You got to do something. You just can't lose your license off of something like that. It gotta be a cause, but I'm like, but the way to see how she was going out to Kenya, and then the way that she going out the I must have her name was Ashley for asking her how she gonna lose her license. I'm like, at this point, Bravo, whoever produced the show, y'all need to get rid of her because I already could tell she finna be a problem and a liability because she doing way too much. So I understand that she probably putting on or acting extra because she trying to secure her spot for next season. And that's low key the real reason why I think she was going for a Kenya the way that she did. 'Cause I think she was trying to secure her spot for next season. But I'm like, yeah, I could tell this lady, she really gonna be a problem. Y'all need to get rid of her. And now even now that I have time to marinate and think about it, I feel like the reason why Kenya did what she did with the whole pictures and stuff, you gotta be careful about what you say, because they bang for all type of crazy stuff on this app. And I'm not trying to get banned because I'm trying to get back into content creation now. So, but yeah, but when I go back and think about the episode, not the last episode, but the episode before this one, I think the real reason why Kenya did that is because there's a reason why I think she was trying to provoke E to get Edie off the show. Cause remember at the end of the episode before that, she was like, we gotta get rid of her, we gotta get rid of her, we gotta get rid of her. I think she purposely did that, but when Brittany left, they kind of threw everything out. But I think she purposely wanted to make Brittany wanted to make Brittany mad, so that way she can get her kicked up off the show. But because she left, she wasn't able to do that. But hey, my thing about it, if y'all could bring Phaedra back after what she undid the Kendi, cause the stuff that she said about Kendi could have won everything she built. I feel like um King should be invited back next season. And me honestly, I don't I don't agree with nothing that King did. I don't agree with none of that. But my thing, y'all should have suspended her at least for like 3 or 4 episodes, like y'all did Nene, or maybe demoted her for the rest of the season and make her the friend or so for next season, then brought her back as a housewife next season, like y'all did with Portia or something like that. But I know King is a liability too, but y'all gotta realize King done brought y'all some of y'all highest rated episodes. Think about the high rated episode that you understand that for some people, King is everybody favorite, some people it's Nene, for some people it's Phaedra. And I'm not the biggest King of fan. I'm sorry, y'all, my nose ring trying to come out. But I'm not the biggest Kenya fan, but you do have to admit that without Kenya, that show probably wouldn't have lasted as long as it did. And if you go look at the ratings, she brought that show some of its biggest and the highest ratings. So when Brittany did that, y'all should have put a stop to it, suspended her or whatever. And Kenya probably wouldn't have been as far as he did. But yeah, I'm like, I'm gonna try to watch one more episode for y'all. But I low key think I'm ticked out until Phaedra come back. Even though I don't agree with what Phaedra did either. I'm curious if you gonna get the old Phaedra back or not. Now I'm talking about Portia. I'm almost at my 10-minute mark, so I'm at the start fast because I spoke a little too much on the Kenya Brittany Ashley situation. But I'm gonna say to the whole thing between Portia and Samia, I think it's one of them things that this Kenya, she used to be in the richest one in her friend group. She used to be in the most popular in her friend group. And it's like if she used to Samia, like being her sidekick, and the life that Samia is living is the life that Portia actually wanted to live. But now that it's getting to the point where it's like Samig got this rich African dude who estimates to be worth up for between 105 to 150 million. Millions living in the mansions and have a reward that is paid for. I think Portia kind of feel a certain way because he like that was supposed to be my life. And now that Samia is no longer Portia's sidekick, and Samia is pretty much the story now. I think Portia can handle it. Cause it's like you supposed to be my sidekick. You remember how like was with Paris and Nicole and Paris and Kim Kardashian? It's like you supposed to be my sidekick. And but now you the star, you got the man with all this money, the lifestyle that I've been working hard trying to get. You get don't get me wrong, Portia, she far from bro. She paid. We all know she got paper. But you the life that Samia is living is the life that Portia been working her whole life trying to live. And I think it's just more so it's taking Portia a minute to get used to not being the star no more. Now getting back used to getting used to Samia not being her sidekick, getting used to one of her friends actually having more money than her. Yeah, anybody that stays in Atlanta or from Atlanta know who her great grandfather is, Hosea Williams. So she came from money, and I think she just not used to it. So it's gonna take her a minute. And that's the whole reason why I think she said it to me when it came to her playing her new song. Cause it's more so the fact that she kind of feels a certain way because she's no longer the it girl in her friend group. Samia done came up and it's it's just gonna take a minute to get used to it, but hopefully they go back to repair. I'm at the 10-minute mark. So I'm gonna call it a day, go ahead and post this one. So tonight I can watch the new episode and hopefully by tomorrow morning have my review posted of that episode. I know I'm behind, but in my mind, on my heart, I had a busy week last week. And yeah, I'm gonna post it tomorrow morning because I'm gonna give it time for the people who watch it on Peacock. Cause on Peacock they don't air to like 6 o'clock in the morning or something like that. Sometimes give people a chance to do it, but I'm gonna try to have it posted by 9, 10 o'clock in the morning. But until then, peace to y'all.